Hello. Hi. How are you? Hi. Thank you for coming. Hi. I am so glad you came. I wanted to do this for ages. Shit. Hello. How are you? I'm really glad you came. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hello. How do you do? Shit. Oh, this is such a bad idea. Oh. Hi.
Hello. Sorry, I think I'm a little late.
Don't worry.
I just lost track of time, and then my computer was.
It's not a problem. I was late too. I just got here a few seconds before.
Oh, that's good.
I, well, first of all, thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for getting in touch.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. So, how are you?
Yes, I'm good. Very good. I mean, as good as anyone can be, but keeping healthy. I finally had time to, slow down, read books. I even started yoga, which is kind of a big deal because I always thought it was kind of useless, but it's nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
It sounds great.
yeah. And you, how are you keeping busy? Are you keeping busy?
Oh, yes. I mean, I'm still
Are you working?
from home. Yes.
How are you finding it?
It's all right. Yeah, it's fine.
Some people say it's more exhausting than normal work.
I wouldn't.
National Geographic did a whole thing on it. Zoom fatigue, they called it. Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
What is it that you do again?
Oh, I work for Barclays.
Like the bank?
Yeah.
Oh, how fun.
Do you work?
Yeah. Well, not right now.
Are you still a nurse?
No, I no, haven't done that in years.
Right.
Yeah. I have a little shop in, well, I don't, my partner. I just work there.
Right.
Sells Christmas stuff all year round. Made me hate Christmas, believe you me.
This year must have been tough.
Oh, yes. So, what made you? I mean, I'm happy you did, but what made you want to get in touch?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I always wanted to do it.
Oh,
Or I guess not when I was an angry teenager, But most of my life I wanted to. And the kids are curious about their mysterious grandma. So,
you have kids?
yeah, 3.
Oh, that's 3 kids. You must be very busy.
They're great kids.
I bet.
But schools keep doing this stupid thing that they ask them to make a family tree, which, I mean, in this day and age is just, it's a bit old fashioned, I suppose, because there are so many ways of making a family that aren't.
You were too.
I was what?
A good kid. Very polite.
Right. Anyway, that's what made me want to, made me get in touch.
So, what are they called?
James, Poppy, and Michael.
Oh,
You don't like them.
of course.
Do you want to see a picture?
James, like your father.
Well, yes.
That's just.
He was a great dad.
Of course.
And we both like the name anyway.
Lovely name, yes. They all are.
Dana picked the other two. The kind of meant we had to name Mikey after her dad so that he wouldn't be offended.
I mean,
not that I didn't like it.
I like Poppy. I always liked flowery names. Well,
Rosemary.
What?
Once you said that if I'd been a girl.
Rosemary. Yes, of course. You mentioned a picture.
Oh, yeah. Wait. This is them. This one is James. He's funny. He has this way of mispronouncing certain words which just crack me up. Like, he says onion like yonon and hair like Claire, and it just kind of melts my heart. And Poppy, that's her, obviously. He just never stops talking, which is the opposite of me. But she's also proper smart. She could talk to you for 2 hours and it wouldn't feel like a child blabbing. It feels like a proper conversation.
Wow.
I think she's one of the most interesting people I've ever met, and she's 8, so she'll do really well in life.
Oh.
I guess I hope she will. And then there's Mikey, and I feel like he's kind of my best friend, which I guess it's sad because he's a kid, but he's proper kind, and he looks at you like really stares into your eyes, which I'd hate normally, but he's got big googly eyes, so it's really sweet. And he smiles too, which right now always makes me smile when I need it the most. He's missing the 2 front teeth, so he spits a little, which isn't the best, but I guess people get used to that stuff when having kids.
So, how about your wife?
My
Husband, partner?
wife. Yeah, she's great. Great. Dana, I mentioned.
Yeah.
We're divorcing.
Ah,
Yeah. Amicable though.
that's good then.
Great. Yeah, it just wasn't working and that.
Of course.
We're trying to make sure it's all very respectful and relaxed, so it's not too heavy on the kids.
They'll be fine. It's so common these days.
Oh, yes, still not ideal though,
No,
is it?
of course.
Yeah.
You could have picked a better time though. Divorcing now with everything that's going on. Are you sure it's what's best?
It's been in the works for ages.
I was reading that this after the first lockdown in China, loads of people were divorcing. And I mean loads, because it's difficult. It's heavy on every couple to be together. Like,
they've been separated for a while. I mean, we did quarantine together because of the kids, but it's...
all I'm saying is, don't rush into it. Divorce is a big decision, life-changing, and you don't want to live to regret it.
Did you?
At times, yes. I know you don't want to hear advice from me. I mean, I'm hardly the poster woman for a successful marriage.
That's kind of an understatement. I don't know, I guess it's nice in a way to know you regretted it, even a little bit. Sorry, is that horrible to say?
No, well, I don't think so. I'm sorry. This must be very hard for you right now.
Yep. Yeah.
Did she start it?
No, it was mutual.
Oh, someone always gives up first.
I don't really want to talk.
But there's no shame in it.
I don't want to talk about it. I just had a plan for my life, and this isn't it. I never wanted for my family to be broken up. I don't mean for this to sound cruel, but I guess I just never wanted to end up like you and Dad. I'm sorry.
No, it's fair. But It's hard right now, but it will change. It will. God, this is such a cliche, but it will get better. It did for me.
Hi. Thanks.
Of course. Of course.
So, yeah,
Yes?
so what do you do these days? Where do you live?
Ah, well, we just got a new house 5 years back. Proper nice little cottage. Always wanted one like this.
That's fantastic.
And so we do need to finish some work still. It's one of those things you just keep putting off. And the dogs love it, and we needed some more space for,
You got dogs?
2 German Shepherds. Love them, but nobody tells you how bad they smell.
You got dogs?
Hello? Can you hear me? Is this stupid thing frozen?
No, I can hear you fine.
Can you hear me?
Thought you hated dogs.
What do you mean I hate dogs? I love
You
dogs.
never allowed me a dog.
Well, yes. I was alone and the house felt a bit.
How long before you got a dog?
I mean, I don't exactly remember, but maybe 6 months. 6 months or so.
Oh. Right.
Funny little thing she was. She would have loved it here.
Sure.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, of course. I really wanted a dog when I was little, so.
I'm sorry.
No, of course. I mean, it was 20 years ago, so. So, where's this cottage then?
Well, we're just a bit out of the city, just out the North Ring Road,
The North Ring.
There's a big Chinese restaurant at the corner. Oh, what's it called? It's in a bit of a weird place because who comes out here to eat? You know what I mean?
The North Ring Road, as in the York North Ring Road.
Yeah.
When did you come back?
Back?
Yeah, from wherever you lived. Where did you go?
I don't know what they told you.
You left, didn't you?
I left home. I left your father and but I didn't leave.
There is no way you lived here for 20 years and we never saw.
I told you we were a little out of town,
20 years. 20 years in the same city.
I mean, even before this house, we lived quite a way out, you see.
All right then, the same area. 15 minutes drive from one another, 20 years, and you never.
I stopped driving a few years back, actually, and I don't see well when it's dark. I've got this thing with
Did you
my
ever
eyes,
think
and
to come see me?
Um,
Did you ever wake up and say, oh, maybe today I could drive those 15 minutes?
Drive.
Take a cab or a bus or hitchhike or pedal or hire someone to carry you on their shoulders for those 15 minutes that you could see your son. And I cannot believe you got a dog.
What does it matter that I got a dog?
Because it was important to me. Back then, it was so important to me. And
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I was a woman alone. I lived in a shitty area because I had no savings and I needed a lawyer. I just felt safer. If once this is all over, your wife went to live in a shitty, and I mean shitty area, wouldn't you want her to be doing everything she can to keep safe? Because I couldn't have cared less too. I was broken. I had just divorced and I was alone for the first time in my life. And so a dog wasn't exactly my priority. It was never done to spite you or hurt you. It helped me keep sane. Did you Did you ever get a dog after?
Nope.
Sorry.
It's fine now. James is allergic, so.
Oh, they have those like hypoallergenic futures now, don't they? How do they make them? I don't know, but maybe
I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore. The +3 kids is pretty expensive.
I know, it's insane. The price of it, of all the diapers are honestly ridiculous, and then it doesn't get better as they grow up. I think we must have spent hundreds every month to pay that math tutor for you and the bloody violin all day practicing.
Well,
It was so bad at it, but it was cute. The little bow ties during the recitals, and
I hated it.
Of course you did.
But I ended up loving maths, you know? So, you know, money well spent, I guess.
No way.
Yep. Studied at a university and all.
You did? But you were like, we were pretty sure you were dyslexic. It was awful.
Well, I finished with honours. So.
I remember the hours and hours spent with the horrible times table chart, and you were so frustrated, and I was going nuts because, let's be honest, I was never that good in school. And by the end of it, I was crying more than you were, you know?
Well, no wonder you ran then.
You want to talk about it?
No, it's a joke. I was just trying to...
It's natural, you know? I expected you to have some...
No.
Surely you want to know something.
I cannot express how much I don't.
You must have questions.
What is there to know? What could you possibly tell me that will make it okay? You left. Proper fucking bolted and never turned back, not once. So what's there to say?
That's not...
What?
It's not what happened. It's not accurate.
Accurate.
What I mean is...
But you couldn't care less.
No, that's not what I was saying.
I just don't understand it, you know? Now that I have my own, I don't understand how you could pack up and leave your kids behind.
It was other times.
Bullshit. No, I don't. You work harder on this excuse. You had the time. You had 20 years to come up with half a credible reason.
Things were hectic for a while. And
no, I told you, you don't get to just say some bullshit fucking and get away with it. I want a reason, a proper, real reason.
If you didn't swear like that.
Well, too fucking bad.
Right, I'm leaving.
Wait, Sorry, just... Please, I deserve something. Anything.
It's impossible to put into words.
Was I difficult? I know there is no way it's my fault, but I still think it deep down. If I'd gotten better grades, if I hadn't needed a maths tutor.
Is that why you chose to study it?
No. Yes. I don't know, maybe part of me did.
Sweetheart, it had nothing to do with you.
But that can't be true. Because you could have called. You could have found me if you wanted to, so... Yeah, you divorced Dad, but there is a reason why you left me too. You left me. There must be. So stop lying. I have kids now. I have my own beautiful, smart, wonderful kids, and somehow it made it harder because I can't understand. There's nothing in this world that will make me walk away from them. Nothing. Nothing.
They look like you, your kids.
So please give me a reason.
You look just like your dad when you were little. You still do, like twins.
Just anything. Please, I'm begging you.
There's some of you, some of it reminds me of my father.
You owe me this much. You owe me.
Connor, please.
Do I even mean anything to you? Do I even matter to you? Or do I? Just tell me, because I can take it. I'm tough. I can take it. I can. I just need to know.
I never wanted kids. That's all there is to it. I didn't, so when I asked for a divorce and James offered me an out, I took it. He promised not to fight it if I didn't take you away, and you know how the courts favour mothers, so it was perfect, really, for the both of us.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
It doesn't mean I didn't love you.
It doesn't?
Of course not. I just got sucked into the entire wedding and kids thing. I never wanted it, so I just...
So you pretended you didn't have any. Put it in a box and forgot it forever.
I'm not proud of it.
Shit, you. What the fuck? We're not talking about the 1920s. You had other options. You did. You didn't have to get married. You didn't have to have kids. And if you chose to, then you can't just turn away and pretend it never happened. I spent my whole life wondering, asking, and that's your whole reason, that you didn't want kids, but had one anyway to abandon him without as much as a second thought.
I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say.
Don't you feel anything? Don't you have anything inside you, any motherly instincts? Anything? Anything at all when you look at me and see that you've hurt me, that you broke me, and you don't feel anything at all? Tell me you feel something, anything, please. Anything, please.
Connor, I don't even know how to... There's not been a day I have not thought about you, that I haven't missed you. I swear, I never... No mother wants to get it so wrong for her child. When you hold your baby for the first time, you can't even imagine hurting them like I did to you. And ever since then, I've lived with that shame. And for so many years, I tried to find a way to make it right. So many times I thought about what I could have done, what I could have changed. I used to fantasize about driving to your school and take you with me just for a day. Every morning I would think that, because I wanted you to feel, I wanted to let you know it wasn't you. I just didn't want that life. I didn't want a husband. I didn't want to be responsible for a child. I didn't want to be a wife and cook dinners and do homeworks. And it felt like I was suffocating, and something had to give. But it was not about you. Never about you.
Mummy, where is my... Oh, sorry.
Just a minute. I'll be right there.
Who's that?
Who are you talking to?
Give me a minute, sweetheart. Listen, I have to go.
Who was that?
I am really sorry. Next time we can talk more, all right? I'm sorry.
Who is that?
I really need to.
Wait. Please.
Goodbye, Connor.
Mum, please, who was that? Please, please, please. What's that?